a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. The Active Life. Yeah.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Yes, indeed, you're here on radioactive.fm and, of course, made with support with NZ On Air Music. You have the Active Live today. Joining us is the wonderful Valentina. Kia ora.
Woo. Hi, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm great.
That is great to hear. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's so lovely having you back in the studio.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while, and we're very excited to catch up about all the cool things that are going on with this Valentina project.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Let's do that. So, congratulations first off on the Figure It Out release success so far.
Yay.
That is awesome. So, people, for context, our listeners will have very much heard this track a bunch. It's been all over the place.
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention too much. That stuff scares me.
No, fair enough. Tell us a bit about the creation of the Valentina project. Obviously, a few of our eagle-eyed viewers will recognise you from Hybrid Rose, the project that you had previously.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. We've already got a great contrast going on because Hybrid Rose was very colourful. Every release, every picture, every form of social media content was colourful, or there was lots of colours. So far it's been more like black and white or like beigey colours, or a bit more simple than usual. If there's colour in my Instagram, it's probably just nothing to do with music.
That's awesome. I did want to ask about that on the topic of colour, the red lip in the Valentina project. Tell us a bit about the decision behind that.
Well, I'm so glad you asked. I don't know, I guess like even in my personal life, red lipstick has always been such a staple. I remember when I was younger, before I moved to Wellington, and I was working at the good old checkout at the supermarket, and I used to get a lot of compliments for my red lips. And if I didn't have it on, it would either be like a hot pink or a dark green. The staff would be like, "Where's the red lip? Bring that back. That's a work color."
I love it. Part of the uniform.
Yeah, and so then it just happened to follow into my life as life has gone on.
That's awesome. And what is the significance, particularly with the Valentina project, bringing the red lip involved in that?
I don't know. Well, I think the thing is my favorite color scheme is black, white, and red. And so I thought if black and white is a good contrast, I think a red lip is quite bold, and also not something I talk about very often, but I am Italian, and Italians do look good on a red lip, so just got that going on.
This is very, very true. It suits you greatly. It's awesome to see. So tell us a bit about the Figure It Out track. Has been so awesome, and you are actually releasing a remix EP for that one. Is that correct?
How crazy is that? It's good. Yeah, it's out today.
Congratulations.
And there's a live stream at 7 p.m. on the YouTube channel. You just have to look up Valentina Figure You Out, and it will probably one of the first few things that come up. And it features 3 remixes. 2 are from Canadian producers / artists that I'm friends with. And then, which are Loz and Alora. And then there's a Wellington / New Zealand based musician, Ludus, who did a remix, which was so cool. It's so good.
Gosh, what an amazing group of people involved in this EP. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about how you fostered the relationships with the international side of this EP. Loz and Alora, that's really cool. They're both from Canada, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're from Canada. I actually met them through a Reddit thread. Because I was just scrolling through the PC music thread because, PC music's my thing. And I saw that they were looking for artists for their festival. And I hit them up and I was like, yeah, I'm interested. And then they added me to the group chat. And so there's a festival coming in a couple of months, which is very exciting. And I'm very lucky to be a part of that. And they both run I guess the 2 main people to go to for the festival, and one of them was interested in collaborating with me on a song that I will be playing during my set, and that's Loz. And I told him I was having Ludus remix the song, and he said, "Oh, can I remix it too? Can I remix it too?" And I was like, "Sure." I asked Ludus, Loz asked me, and so then Alora/Lucas found out and said, "Hey, I heard Loz is remixing your song. Can I have a go too?"
That's
So,
amazing.
yeah, it wasn't planned. It just happened. It was going to be a Ludus remix around this time, but then yeah, they were both interested. So, that's cool.
That is so cool. And gosh, testament to you that you are, you're such an amazing networker in that case, that you're willing to and able to use the internet to create and foster these awesome communities.
Yeah, well, I think part of that was because there isn't a big PC music scene in New Zealand. It's more band or rock influenced, I feel like. So, if I want to make those connections, I do have to reach out. But it's great because I love having international friends and who are musicians that happen to be in the same genre as me or have the same interest in music and style as me. So that was very exciting and unexpected, to say the least.
That is very cool. Yeah, the PC music thing it's sort of been bubbling here and there in New Zealand, but as you say, it isn't quite as big as it could be or as it is in other countries. How do you, as a pop artist, how do you see the music scene and your space within it here in Aotearoa?
I'm just waiting for more PC musicians to come out. I feel like over time there has been more and more starting to pop up, especially in Wellington, because that sort of PC music element and hyperpop are sort of integrating into pop music internationally very slowly, and it's bringing out people like Sophie and Charlie XCX and A.G. Cook. They're all musicians. Oh, and Dylan Brady. They're all musicians working with modern pop singers which are being introduced to a mass majority of people, and and that sort of style is coming more into international realms, and especially New Zealand, where New Zealand is very much I'm edgy and fun and cool. So having that sort of attitude is really making pop music interesting here.
That is so interesting, and I totally agree. I've got to say, A.G. Cook has done some amazing production for some of the biggest pop artists around the place. I am such a big fan myself, so that's a really cool reference to make. And also R.I.P. Sophie, because
Yes,
she was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to play us your first track?
Yes, I do.
What have you got for us first?
Well, I'm playing probably the saddest song I've ever written and produced. It's called Drifting. I wrote it in a day and finished it in the day after. So, I don't know. It's fun, sad. So if you feel like crying, this is your time.
Beautiful.
just be I'm tired and refuse to sleep. I feel like I'm better off, so I should float away. I don't feel like I'm okay. I'm
Beautiful. Gosh, that was a gorgeous track. Thank you, Valentina.
Thank you.
That was lovely. So tell us a bit about. Obviously, you've got you can really hear the PC music inspirations in that, which I really, really love. The hyper pop mixed with the kind of industrial production is really, really beautiful. Tell us about the inspiration behind that song.
Honestly, I was having a rough time. I think like mid to late March. Some personal stuff was happening, and I was just like kind of unraveling over time. And then one night I was with my boyfriend. Hi, Jasper.
Hi, Jasper.
we were going for a drive down Shelly Beach, and we were at the lighthouse over there, and we were just sitting in the car watching the boats go by, because that's something we like to do together. And because we were by the lighthouse, I was like, I'm just gonna go just go outside for a bit. And I walked down to the lighthouse, and I just sat next to it and was just watching the water just below and contemplating certain things that I probably shouldn't have been contemplating. But yeah, I don't know. And because it was a spur in the moment, I wrote everything down while I was there, and then started the next day, and it was just like this weird creative surge of just everything happened so quickly.
That's beautiful. I really love the raw emotion that you put into your lyricism and your tracks. Do you find it easy is the wrong word, but cathartic to do that? Is that a process for you?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for a while because I was struggling to, I guess, open up like that. Because I was every time, prior to this project, every time I wrote a sad song, I was always thinking, "Oh, people are going to think I'm just whining," and it was just it was hard to make sad songs because I didn't think people would take me seriously if I did. So I needed to make a platform to do that. And yeah, I think now I feel like if I just let go in the creative process, I'm able to write something very special in the moment.
That's beautiful. And do you find often that the songs you write come from a personal place?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like all of them are stories that I guess, expressing because I want to say what they are, so I can get them off my chest and let people know me better.
That's beautiful. It can be because, artists, especially in the pop and hyper pop realms, kind of are given, I'm thinking in terms of PC music, the Cutie Project and things like that, where they're given a very, for lack of a better phrase, specific persona going on. Do you think that's important necessarily, or is that something that you would want to strive for eventually? Or obviously you're walking the fine line there, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in the past I thought it was important because when you establish yourself, you are essentially the perception people are going to have of you is important because it will judge whether it's going to judge what people are going to book you for. It's going to judge what kind of music people expect to have at your shows, and that way it's kind of hard to jump out of the box because it's automatically going to be, oh, this is different. I don't know if I like it. You know what I mean? Because people like consistency in a musician. So I feel like that's something that I think people just need to understand is we just want to write whatever we want to write. It's all subjective at the end of the day.
It definitely is, and you do touch on a really interesting idea there, that the kind of relationship between the audience and the artist and how that can be affected when you want to change things as an artist. Can I ask, did you find that when you changed your Hybrid Rose project over to, or I mean not changed over, but when you started creating the Valentina project, did you find that came with any struggles when it came to your audience?
Yeah, I think it was like, who's going to listen to it? Because I had the Hybrid Rose following, but even now when I casually observe what's going on, I see that my audience are either stoners or gamers. No, seriously. Like recently, I had a quick peek because I wanted to see what was going on, and like all these gamers are just listening to Hybrid Rose now, and it's like they would not vibe with Valentina. So it's researching for my audience in a way. So the best way to do that is gigging, I guess.
That is so interesting. I'm really intrigued to know who these people are that are listening to the Hybrid Rose
hey,
project.
if you like Valentina, call in.
Yeah, hit us up.
Yeah, so they can tell me.
Oh, that is so funny. So that does raise a really interesting thing, because that is something I've always thought, because you are, and I kind of want to touch base on this a bit more, you are a producer, you're a working producer through an online company, is that correct?
Oh my God, how did you know?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, so I work on this website called Sound Better, but it's it's US based, so everything is like, and a lot of the clients are Americans. So it's like basically you sign up as either a provider or a client. I am a provider. So I find clients or clients find me and we work together. I do additional production and I mix it / master. And yeah, it's fun. It's actually helped me with my own mixing and mastering because I'm working with people who are different to what I do. And that's helped me, I guess, learn different techniques as well as what I'm already doing now. And it's creating a wide variety of knowledge around sounds and I guess instrumentation.
That is so interesting. Do you work within a similar genre to the projects that you make for yourself, or is it kind of all over the place?
Yeah, they do support that, but I've had like a few bands that I've mixed, so
Cool.
hey Wellington bands, if you need a mixer,
Hey.
hit me up.
Keep Valentina in mind. That's awesome. Are you, so with that project, that kind of lends to what you were talking about before with gaming and that kind of thing. Is there a lot of sync and soundtracking stuff that you do through that?
Oh yes, so I actually got to work with a Texas-based company a long time ago, literally like 3 years ago, on a soundtrack for their video game. Everything is to be announced still, so I can't say what it is. But yeah, I got to, they paid me a bunch of money and I just made them some songs. And then I've had had a Hybrid Rose song on Māori television.
Wow.
On a TV show, so that was fun. I've had a few gamers hit me up asking me if they can use my song in their video gaming, like their gaming channels and their Twitch streams, and I was like, okay, sure, yeah, just buy it, and you can use it, I guess. Yeah,
That is so interesting. I really love just the thought of the diversity and the range that you can get out of that job, and that it's obviously a testament to you as a musician. How, if for budding musicians and budding producers out there who are hearing about this and like, oh, that's such a cool idea and such a cool opportunity, what advice do you have for them
in terms of
the Sound Better project or your own work?
I guess in terms of that, like, know your worth, because there will be some people who will only want to pay you when you're done with the job, because through Sound Better you have to pay before the provider can work, because a lot of the people on there, like, that's their job, that's their income. So be respectful, know your worth, understand how to work in a professional environment, because it can be quite frustrating to work with people who I guess, like, they think that you know, without them you're nothing. Do you know what I mean? And also just like be cool. I don't know. just don't be hectic.
Don't be hectic.
Professional.
That's awesome. Great life advice in general, I'm going to say.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, crazy people are fun sometimes.
This is true. This is very true. Speaking of which, should we have another track?
Sure. Actually, this is great for gamers. So, you know, another gaming licensing opportunity.
Yeah.
And this one is called Level Up. Oh, this one's called Level Up, and it features Loz, the Canadian.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll chat a bit more about the remix EP after this.
Great.
Fast cars, I don't wanna drive them. Superstars, pass by, look at them flying. How do you look like that? How do you move like that? How do I get you back? How do I make you mad?
I just feel so right now, and I never wanna come back down. I wanna feel this way forever, never.
Take me for a ride in your car. I don't wanna go fast, I just wanna go far. Down the highway as the music plays, and I feel just like a star. We're ascending into something that glows up in the dark. I swear we're so high, we're on our own level up. Your touch, it burns like fire. The room fills up with pure desire. How do you look like that? How do you move like that? How do I get you back? How do I make you mad?
I just feel so right now, and I never wanna come back down. I wanna feel this way forever, never.
Take me for a ride in your car. I don't wanna go fast, I just wanna go far. Down the highway as the music plays, and I feel just like a star. We're ascending into something that glows up in the dark. I swear we're so high, we're on our own level up. Level up, level up. Level up, level up. Level up, level up. It's a level up, it's a level up. Take me for a ride in your car. I don't wanna go fast, I just wanna go far. Down the highway as the music plays, and I feel just like a star. We're ascending into something that glows up in the dark. I swear we're so high, we're on our own level up. Level up, level up. Level up, level up. Level up, level up. It's a level up, it's a level up.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Those of you, I should say, who are just joining us, you're on Radioactive.fm. You're here on the Active Live, made with support, of course, from NZ On Air Music, and you're here with Valentina. That was Level Up featuring Loz, who, really awesome connection there. Who you are playing a festival with? You mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that.
So I think the announcement is in a couple of days. There's a online festival. It's because a lot of, I guess, most countries still in lockdown or lockdown situations, so it's kind of hard to get together, especially internationally. And there's a live stream festival called Symphonic Summers. And it's a bunch of just hyperpop, PC, bubblegum, like all these beautiful electronic musicians playing all kinds of like crazy stuff. It's really, really exciting. And I'm going to be closing the night with my set and a song and a new video. So that'll be happening in June. Yeah.
That is amazing, and a closing set to boot. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, everyone has to keep their eyes and ears peeled for that one. Now, Loz is featuring Track and Back now on the remix EP that is being released tonight. Is that correct?
Yes. His remix actually came out last week as like promo. But like I said earlier, I originally asked Ludus to do a remix, and then he expressed his interest and sent me. I said, yeah, sure. So I sent him the stems, and he sent back a remix. And I remember like just going hard in the car. It was so good. And tonight there'll be a live stream at 7:00 on YouTube. Valentina Figure You Out remix. Or remixed, and it's got some cool animations and graphic design that I did. It's these cute little vinyls, and they spin around, and it's real fun.
Amazing. I was going to ask you about the visual element tonight, actually. So thank you for preempting that one.
There you go.
Tell us about, so you obviously draw and do animation and all that kind of thing as well. Tell us about the visual elements there.
And with the remix EP?
Yeah. And just in general, do you find that that's a huge part of your creativity? Do you do it quite often for your projects?
Yes, I actually did all of my artwork for Hybrid Rose. A lot of the graphic design I like to do because with music, if I'm putting out a single, I like the artwork to be a visual like story of what's going on in the song. So there was a song called Dream Team that I released a couple of years ago.
Of course, active listeners will remember that one fondly.
Mm-hmm. And it's this like vapor wavy 80s cloud, like I'm sitting on a cloud, and it's this beautiful like bubblegum text. It's very, very exciting. And I guess now like I still want to do that, but in a different way. I don't know, like I said, like less color, like more simplistic color stories, but probably still some fun graphics. And for the remix, I thought it would be cool to do color because it is a very colorful remix EP, and every remix is different to the other, and it's a nice wee bundle of just excitement.
That is
Strange.
No, that is so exciting, and it is very cool to hear that. I think it's really lovely when artists, especially artists that are in pop realms, take on their own imagery and take on the responsibility for that.
Yeah, I think it's important as like artists to do that, because I feel like if you kind of rely on a team of people to do your creative stuff for you, you're not letting your like genuine creative flair shine, maybe. I don't know.
I definitely see that. Yeah, that's an interesting point for sure. I love the idea of you doing the animations. Everyone's going to see them tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a bit more about the live stream. What's going to be happening on that?
It literally is just like there's the 3 remixes, and I've like designed these little vinyl record graphics that just like spin on a fake vinyl player, and then there's the cover on the side. It's just like a simple animation of because it's more based on the songs themselves, so I don't want to draw too much to the visuals. It's more just like a fun way to release the music and for people to listen to it all together collectively.
That's beautiful. I love the community aspect of that. That's really lovely to see. So do you have any final thoughts that you want to share with the world before the live stream tonight?
I'm pretty cool.
You are indeed. We can vouch.
we need more PC musicians. If you do PC music or hyperpop, please just get your stuff out there. Get yourself out there. We need more of you.
That is awesome. And thank you for championing the cause of hyperpop in New Zealand. It's very cool to see.
Thank you.
So what's your final track for us today?
It's actually a mashup remix. I got together the original version of Figure You Out and mixed it with the Laz remix.
Cool.
So I've made a nice little thing for that.
That is very exciting and, of course, super on brand. I'm very excited to hear this one. Otherwise, though, thank you so much for joining us, Valentina. It's been so lovely having you here.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's I love being here.
Oh, we love having you here.
Yes. Okay.
And, of course, thank you to NZ On Air Music for the support as well.
Yes, it's very, very helpful.
It is.
You keep the truth in your padlocked heart. In time, I've seen your secrets tear you apart. It's not mystery if it's lacking clarity. What do you want from me? Before I am devoted, please tell me all your motives. What do you want from me? I can't seem to figure you out. Can't seem to figure you out. Can't seem to figure you out. I don't know what you're about. Don't know what you're about. Don't know what you're about. You keep the truth in your padlocked heart. In time, I've seen your secrets tear you apart. It's a mystery if it's lacking clarity. What do you want from me? Before I am devoted, please tell me all your motives. What do you want from me?
Saturday Sunrise, 7 till 10. Active Going beyond the here and now in our time machine across the ages each week, encountering the headlines, movies, and music. Sometimes familiar, outrageous, essential, and rare. Saturday sunrise, 7 till 10.
On that time machine.